Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 16th January 2024. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Hardan, 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 Haribol, TSV, Nectar, NECTAR, nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my previous videos, we have been trying to study, discuss, and analyze all the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video in this vlog is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of all that we have been trying to do in all my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of all my previous, present, and future videos. Though we are discussing about the topic of mind in my videos, however, I would also like to share some ideas, opinions, and thoughts that I played on during my meditation in my previous session of looking within. Let us continue with the topic of discussion for today's video. In fact, for the past few weeks, I have been trying to understand the meaning of a life for any average human living entity, whether male or female, in this lifetime in this material world. We all know by now that there have been innumerous generations and lifetimes during the times immemorial in the past where several people like us came and went after playing their part in this material world during their session. In fact, I would not be surprised that we ourselves as individual living entities got birth after birth, death after death in various species in the same material world according to our own destiny and karma. We ourselves have been continuously being born time and again in different lifetimes in this particular material world for times immemorial. Now I was thinking about how it is that the population of some are growing while the others are deteriorating, depleting, or getting extinct. I came to the conclusion that probably the number of living entities in various forms in this material world remain almost the same. However, all of us have been getting birth in different species, whether it is a cell, an amoeba, algae, weeds, blades of grass, plants, creepers, trees, insects, worms, reptiles, amphibians, birds, bees, beasts, and finally human beings. The population of human beings may be increasing because the population of those living entities which were hitherto getting birth in various other species began depleting in their world, and those people were born as human beings in this terra firma. We all know by now that though every human being, whether male or female, is similar in shape and body with two legs, two hands, and one head, there is a world of difference between different human beings. In fact, it is said that at least 400,000 species of the same human beings live in a lifetime in this material world during a particular birth. Hence, though two humans may look alike, this society is replete with such cases where each of these human beings is as different from each other as chalk and cheese. Here I tried to think about a term called cloning. What is cloning? Cloning is the creation of artificial specimens or individuals or robots who work like a zombie and move around trance like as per the done to their own brains and psyche by the same people who created them. In other words, human beings are cloning other human beings according to their own programming, whims, fantasies, etc., to do the bidding of these human beings and to serve for them like slaves in any lifetime, so that those creators can have a charmed life while these clones slog to serve their own masters. I would hasten to add that man or humans have been ruthless and sadistic enough even to use other human beings who they themselves did not create to enslave them and make them or force them to do the bidding of these more cunning, sadistic, and selfish humans for times immemorial. This has been going and these humans are not satisfied with their own evil aims or purposes in making these living entities work as per their own whims and fantasies. Yes, it is also true that when one human being tried his or her trick on another human being who he or she did not create himself or herself, then one day or the other human beings who had been happy acting like slaves for these human beings one day revolted against them sooner or later and threw away the shackles of slavery to become independent again. But as far as we are aware of, this may not happen if we humans create clones who will work like zombies and robots for our own whims and fantasies. This is because of the creation of artificial intelligence, which is programmed into such creations in such a way that they can only do their own work efficiently and may not be capable of thinking like their own creators, the original human beings. While I was thinking about this, I thought that we, the original human beings in this material world, are also creations by other superior living entities in this universe. Some species which is more capable than us created us to work for them in as per their own whims and fantasies and think that we are the ultimate in this world. I started thinking on this, and then I started thinking about one of the major gods of the triumvirates, namely Brahma the Creator. We all know by now that this Brahma is actually not one. There are several Brahmas in this space who are all acting according to the choices, preferences, whims, and fantasies of some more superior power who we call as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There have been several Brahmas who prayed to this superior power to give them enough intelligence and capability and capacity to create their own universe. Our own Brahma is one of those Brahmas who have been worshipping this superior power. Our Brahma created our universe and we all worship this Brahma. He created this universe according to his own choice, tastes, preferences, whims, and fantasies. We were all allowed to take birth here. That supreme personality of Godhead agreed to balance this complete universe by occupying each cell in this universe and each planet or comet in this universe as Garbhodakashayi Vishnu or Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. In the absence of his or her occupying each cell in this universe created by Brahma would immediately disintegrate. That is precisely the reason why even we, the human living entities, know about a localized Paramatma residing within each one of us as Kshirodakasai Vishnu. We exist here only because of the presence of an individual spirit soul and the same localized Paramatma called the Super Soul, and we carry on with our own life during a particular lifetime in this material world, in a particular species or body or set of bodies. We may be humans or we may not be human, but the fact remains that each one of us exists here only because of that particular spirit soul plus the super soul occupying our own body created by Brahma. Here I began thinking, is it possible that just like we very ordinary human beings began creating clones as per the artificial intelligence created by us to serve us according to our own requirements, choices, preferences, whims, and fantasies in this terra firma. Similarly, some superior force or power created us as clones to serve them, and that superior power is certainly not Brahma. In fact, it is a creation by yet another superior power, and so on till that complete universe reaches the original creator called Brahma. Brahma created this universe initially, and then there were several steps below him, each being supported by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that after several levels we came to the level where we living entities occupy one particular planet in this world or universe and think that we are the ultimate. We certainly are not. We are just one minuscule part of that huge creation of universe by the same Brahma. This universe has numerous Milky Ways, galaxies, solar systems, planets, comets, moons, suns, and the like. If we think that life exists in each one of us according to our own imagination and as per our own shape, taste, and preferences, we are only trying to fool ourselves. There are as many cases of life in as many Milky Ways, galaxies, solar systems, planets, etc., as can be imagined by the same original creator called Brahma. Brahma is so great a god or one of the gods of the triumvirate that he keeps on increasing and improving living entities or planets in this universe as per his own tastes and preferences, and this includes various dimensions too. In other words, it is quite possible that life may exist in various dimensions, in various planets, comets, moons, suns, solar systems, galaxies, and Milky Ways, which may be actually far more superior than us ordinary mortals occupying one minuscule planet called Earth in this whole universe. I would not be surprised, and I don't want you to be surprised, that the immediate creating brain, which has created and programmed us living entities in this planet, is some other creation of Brahma, which is occupying some other dimension in this universe. We must look up to Brahma and the God, the two gods, to realize that they are the people who created and supported the same superior living entity which cloned us. It is also as much as we a temporary living entity in this universe. We all have been taking births in various species, not only in this planet, but we have other planets to charter during our own course as individual spirit souls according to our own karma and destiny. We may be born in this planet or this dimension in this universe, or we may be getting another birth in another planet or dimension according to the destiny and karma of each one of us living entities. However, I hasten to add that on an average, Brahma probably finds it easy to keep one set of life in one particular planet and to keep getting births and deaths in that very planet in various species. However, if this person becomes evolved enough to qualify to be born in various other species, he or she may one day occupy the body of some celestial, transcendental angel, demon, or demigod, celestial beings, Gandharvas, and other such bodies which are heavenly in nature and which may not necessarily be similar to that we are used to in this particular terra firma or the planet called Earth. That is probably the reason why several devotees pray that they must improve their own quality or qualification or evolvement in this world to be born in celestial bodies immediately after their demise, so that they may keep improving their own quality till one day they get self-realized, liberated from this endless cycle of birth and death, and finally get delivered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is all I wanted to talk about in this particular video. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular matter. Please give me your own expert views, thoughts, ideas, and opinions so that I may blend everything together for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.